Hi, this is John from Android Addicts with an unboxing video of the Asus Zenfone 4 Max Pro ZC554KL. Try and say that without taking a breath. Right, so once I can get into this package, we should be able to see what we have here. This was ordered from a company called Europa Depot, which is a company, I think they're based somewhere in Europe, not 100% sure exactly where they're based. I think the phone ships potentially from Ireland. That's what it seems to have said in the eBay auction. So it certainly came very well packaged, as you can see. Let's try and get this bubble wrap. Okay, so this phone, I'll just go through some of the specs while I'm unwrapping this. It's a 720p 5.5 inch display, IPS, not AMOLED, dual SIM with memory card slot as well, which is nice. Comes with Android 7.0 Nougat and 3 gigs of RAM, I believe. So I'm nearly there, I think. Okay, seems to have come with a selfie stick, which I did not order, and a very high quality micro USB cable. Okay, we're getting there slowly, here we are. Okay, we've also got, wow, okay, a soft explosion proof membrane for our screen. So apparently that can withstand explosions. Hopefully you've never been in a situation where you are actually in an explosion, but anyway. So here we have it, the Pro Edition. Now this edition comes with a 16 megapixel front and rear camera, as you can see here. I'm presuming that's the company that imported it, Dynamics. So box looks nice enough, simple. Got the Asus We Love Photo logo on there, and it's sealed. I can try and get this off. We shall see what's inside. Okay. Let's just slide this out. We have We Love Photo greeting, bit of black mark there. Pull this out. In here we have, let's see, the SIM tray ejecting tool and a bundled silicone case, see-through silicone case. A few warranty bits and pieces, don't really care about those. Okay, and the phone itself, if I can get it out. Feels quite reasonably light. This was one with the 5000 mAh battery, remember, so it's a bit of a beast of a battery. Let's see, oh, it helps if you use the finger hole. What we've got here, so we've actually, it's shipped with a UK adapter, which is nice. I thought if it had been imported from Hong Kong or somewhere, it would have obviously had a different, or the sort of 2-pin adapter. You've got your standard micro USB cable, OTG to USB cable, earbuds, and some rather cheap looking earphones. I'll just leave those in there. And that is your lot. Okay, if I pop these away, we can have a look at the phone itself. It comes wrapped in this plastic. So if I find the peeling point, it's always satisfying doing this, isn't it? There we are. And there we have it. The Asus Zenfone 4 Max Pro. As I said, the model number on this is ZC554KL. Now that depicts the amount of RAM, the memory, internal memory that is, sorry, and also the camera resolution. So let's try and turn this on. It seems to need quite a long press to get it on. There we are. Nice little animation there. Okay, welcome. Let's see if we can change it to proper English. There we are. Next. Input method. Next. Let's just select Wi-Fi. I can see here this doesn't actually have support for 5 GHz, so the only network I can see here is my 2.4 GHz network, which is a shame. I mean, it's certainly got a good card in it. You can see a lot of other networks around the place. Let's just connect. That's nice and quick. Okay, terms and conditions, next. Yeah. No, we don't want to copy anything. Let's just start fresh. Okay, I will skip past this just so we can get straight into the phone. Skip past the Google services bit. Let's set up the fingerprint, see how well this reader works. Okay. Seems quite responsive. This isn't a physical button, it's just a sort of simulated button, as you may come to expect from some of the iPhones out there. So it doesn't actually press in when you click on it, but you do feel the vibration feedback to make it feel more like a button. We won't bother registering. There we are. Blah blah blah. Continue to discover amazing apps for your device. No, skip that. Zen UI is starting up, and here we are. We've got some things downloading. So there's already a system update downloading. That's 645.68 megabytes. It's not going to tell us what it actually is. Also, Google Store is downloading things. Okay, so this is a very sort of S8, sorry, not S8, this is a very S6 looking menu system. I haven't used ZenUI before, but it certainly reminds me of it with the coloured icons there. And you can see here we're running 7.11. These are our kernel versions, build number. And we can see the update is ready to install. The release note, just skip past that, that's just a security update. There we have it, this is your Zenfone 4 Max Pro UI. The back and switch app buttons are physical or physically etched into the phone, so they're not lit up, they're actually just on the phone itself. Power Master. Now this will be the thing that controls all your different battery saving options to try and get as much battery as possible out of this phone. Quite sure what that's all about. Boost, that looks like it clears up your RAM. Haven't saved much there. Battery modes, performance mode, normal, power saving, super saving, customized mode. So super saving looks like 122 hours, that's quite a lot. And that's just going to keep your phone and SMS working, as well as alarms, so everything else will be disabled. Auto Start Manager. You can decide whether you want apps to start up on startup or not. So turn them on allows them to start up, turn them off does not allow them to start up. These are some suggested optimizations. Reverse charging, this will allow you to plug in your Zenfone to someone else's phone, probably an iPhone, to get them some extra juice. And this will double your lifespan, apparently, of the battery. That's the actual physical life of the battery, not the amount of charge that it has. We've already seen that. Just running through some of the other options here. Double tap the home team to activate them on hand operation mode. Sounds like it might be useful. Okay. It doesn't look like this can be moved, unless I'm completely missing something here, to the other side of the screen, which is a bit of a shame, because what if you wanted to use your right hand or right thumb to actually use it? Yeah, that's quite good. You can double tap to turn on and off the screen, which is nice. That will obviously use more battery because the screen has to stay slightly powered to feel your touch. That's it working quite nicely, he says. And oh, I didn't turn on the touch to wake up, did I? Okay, that's my fault. Not having the physical button, you do have to click here to get the screen back on. So there we are, let's turn that back on. Here we are, and now it's working. Okay, so that's the Zenmotion. Storage, we've got 21 out of 32 available, so that's about 10 that's been used up already for the system. These are the apps that come pre-installed. Not as bad as I've seen in others. Instagram Messenger can definitely go. How do you disable this? Not sure how you actually disable apps on this anyway. As this is my first time using it. Notification options we get here. Okay, so you get a fair bit of customization per app. Just showing the actual brightness of the screen a bit. The screen itself looks okay actually. I mean, for 720p I can't notice any particular pixelization on the screen. Okay, I think we'll leave that as it is. We've got a blue light filter, that's nice. That'll help us. And you can set the actual intensity of it. So I'll set it to full. Here we get your usual network settings. Okay, so let's see how this camera fares. Now it's not the best lighting condition in here, to be honest, but it's certainly quite fuzzy. This is switching to the wide angle lens. You can see there the detail is pretty poor. For a 16 megapixel camera you would expect more. So resolution here on the wide angle camera seems to be limited. In fact, for both cameras it seems to be limited to 5 megapixels. I can't quite understand why, considering it's a 16 megapixel camera. Yeah, something's really not right there at all. Settings. something is really quite not right there. Still, that is the camera. It's weird when you change it. Why do it goes to 2 megapixels? Okay, well this is just something I'm going to have to investigate further on a different video. It's quite responsive to actually take the photo. The white balance is a bit hit and miss. You can see the different filters you can add, different modes you can use. Change its super resolution, and okay, we've gone up to 21 megapixels, hey? Well, considering the camera's actually only got a 16 megapixel camera, I don't understand what's going on with that software. Okay, I'm just going to do a boot test now that the phone has actually been set up. So we can see here we're running version 7.11. Right, so what I'm going to do is install a few apps you can watch as I do it. This is obviously a real time video of how long it will actually take rather than just having the apps already installed. You can see how fast the internal storage works and how fast the Wi-Fi works. My internet is a fibre optic running at about between 50 and 60 megabits per second. And we'll just install a few of the latest top sort of games from the Play Store, just to give you a feel as to whether you can actually play the latest games rather than just using the default Asphalt game which everyone seems to use. Okay, so let's do our initial speed test. What we'll do is a best of 3. Okay, and I'm now going to compare it with my S6 here to see, as you can see here, both connected to the 2.4 gigahertz, and we'll see how they compare Wi-Fi wise. So let's begin the test on the S6. That's quite a lot quicker. Now the S6 is also running on the 2.4 gig Wi-Fi, so network speed wise it is about half as quick, which is slightly worrying here. Let's just, there you go, just to see, prove it is on the same network, and yeah, the download speed is half as quick on the Asus Zenfone 4 Max Pro than my old Galaxy S6. Okay, I'll run some standard benchmark tests. A bit laggy. but not too bad. Okay, now we're struggling. 44,050, the final score. Here it is in detail. Okay, let's try 3D Mark. No, this is not a stop motion video you're watching. This is actually as good as the phone can perform. Look at that, two frames per second. That is fantastic. This is of course the extreme test, so it's a bit harsh, but we scored 297. So let's just have a look at the more detailed information here. Okay, let's run the standard slingshot now. We're getting about twice as many frames on the standard version, so still it does look like some kind of stop motion video. ZC572. And here's the detailed information. Yeah, not looking great there. Okay, let's try a game. So this is for people who aren't worried about huge 3D games such as what you saw in the 3D testing there, and just wants to play the latest fun sort of game from the Play Store. Let's see how this runs. I've never played this before, so you'll have to bear with me. Asus software, which we don't want. I seem to get rid of it at the moment. But as you can see, this runs absolutely fine, apart from the fact I can't play it. Ah, there we go, get rid of that. Let's try again. I see. Starting to, well, I was starting to get the hang of it, but as you can see, it's nice and smooth. Stack jump. As you can see, standard games do seem to work absolutely fine, no problem at all. The camera resolution issue seems to have resolved itself after some time. Okay, let's try and take some different types of shots here. Probably helping you can see. Focusing is quick, but the end results certainly do struggle with a lack of light. Okay, I'm just going to plug into my energy monitor here and just see how much the phone drains whilst it's charging. Now this runs at 5 volts with a maximum output of 2 amps, so let's have a look at the wattage. If we compare this to my Samsung Galaxy S6, we can see this pulls just over twice as much as the Asus does. Now that could be because the battery's nearly charged, but it's not clear what type of quick charge, if any, this phone has. Okay, let's have a quick look at the browsing. Seems responsive enough. That's as far as you can get in. Again, I can't see any individual pixels here, unless it's just my eyes. So the 720p display does seem to be doing quite well. Now, a good site I find to test to show how good a phone actually is the desktop version of eBay, because there's so much junk on the screen. It takes quite a while to load up, even in a desktop PC browser. But as you can see, that's loaded quite well, quite quickly. Again, it's quite smooth. The quad-core 1.4 GHz A53 chip doing its job nicely. I'm saying to see how long it loads up. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm impressed with that. Nice and quick to rotate. Okay, I hope you found that useful. The phone seems pretty good. So for £200 you're getting a pretty decent phone. The cameras do struggle a bit in low light, but when you're outside, I will put some photos up, you will see the shots aren't too bad. They're not as detailed as some of the more expensive phones out there, but you really do get what you pay for. The screen itself, I've had no problems with it. It's nice, it's bright enough outside, and 720p hasn't caused any problems that I've seen personally. And I quite like the fact it's got a 3-slot SIM tray for 2 SIM cards and a memory card. That's very, very nice. So yeah, I think this is quite a good phone. The Lenovo P2 is my closest comparison to it, and well, until I do the comparison video, you'll have to wait and see which phone I'm actually going to choose as my primary phone. But if you've got any questions regarding this Zenfone 4 Max Pro, please leave them down below. If you click like on this video, if you did like the video, then that'd be great, and subscribe to my channel for more. Until next time, see you.
Eventuell. Nee.